I have always suffered with this feeling that I need something out there to make me feel better. I was constantly looking for something to make me feel good. And whenever I felt good, I was convinced it was because of the job or the boyfriend or the clothes or whatever it was that I got from the outside. I just never rated myself, but for when I was feeling good because someone else was making me feel good or the job was making me feel good. It was always about everyone else. There was nothing coming from me. I had no self-worth. People have felt so frustrated with me for so long, that I get close to, because they want me to be healthy or whatever, and I can sense everyone's frustration. And it's like, and then I've obviously been very frustrated with myself, but I just didn't know how to do it. I didn't. I was just so emotional and, revved up and in defense and on high alert, just make such a mess. When I joined the course was that I'd just been suspended from my job, and I couldn't believe how I hadn't been suspended before, because I have, behaved in a very agitated way at work. When I couldn't control my emotions, I would often get really annoyed. I would, often lock myself in my room and, start throwing things around because I was so angry, couldn't handle the feelings that were coming up inside of me. And that was just how I dealt with it. I never, ever put it down to, anything to do with coming from inside of me. I didn't ever get that concept. People always used to say to me, love yourself, focus on yourself. And it's like, well, I didn't understand that, because it was like, well, what's that going to do? I've got to focus on others because I need them to love me. I never understood it was all about, knowing that it's all in here. I never realized that I could love myself. And I think holality's really, yeah, it's definitely made me, focus on me, because it's been said a million times. Everything about holality is about, it all begins with self-love, and then everything else will fall into place. I didn't know how to do that before. So now I really feel for the first time in my life that I do have self-worth and I can love myself. And it showed me that I am as good as anyone else. And anything that I really want to do, I can do it. That I don't actually need anyone, but not in a kind of arrogant way. But I don't need anyone. I really don't care about having a boyfriend. And, if I do have a boyfriend, that boyfriend, has to be, I feel like I'll know the feelings, the patterns that are coming up, which are the patterns of unhealthy need for a person in my life. Maybe in the past, I would have seen something vaguely kind of pattern-like happening, but it was just so seductive. Like I had to go for it. I couldn't resist it, because I had to have that kind of instant good feeling, like a drug, to make me feel better, rather than just waiting and being a bit more sensible, realistic, maybe, about things. Just by doing the program, gradually things have just, gone back to calm. I had my appraisal recently, and my manager said to me, we're really happy with the way you're working. There've not been any episodes since. Everyone loves working with you. You're really pleasant, everything positive. And, they're saying you're like a changed person. That was almost effortless, that it changed. Yeah. So relationships at work have improved. Relationship with my son was getting a bit tricky for a while. My 6-year-old, that's really improved. And with my family, when things go wrong with my family, there's been a history of me sending really rude emails and kind of almost saying, right, that's it, I'm done with you, this is over. That's not happening anymore. Yeah, so everything's improved. Everything has improved, and I'm feeling so much more grounded. And because I'm feeling this way, I'm feeling capable. Like, I'm feeling capable to do a master's. Like, I've never thought that I could ever do a master's, because, everything I ever do there's always so much drama. there's always so much drama, it always snowballs. Whereas because I can see that, it doesn't have to snowball, I can take on things, and it's not like taking on things is the meaning to my happiness. In other understandings, there is this tendency for the leaders to kind of almost give off this air of superiority, and you've never done that. And so, there is no separateness. And I think that that's massive for me, because there was always a hierarchy, and, me wanting to be like that person rather than, actually recognizing that I do have all those qualities inside of me. That with Holality, there is no guru apart from you are the guru. Your guru, you are your guru. And that's what Holality has taught me. It's realistic, and it makes a whole lot of sense to me. Yeah, it's not a woohoo. It's not some out there kind of some mystical thing that you can't put your finger on, because all of it is kind of, it can be explained. It's tangible. I don't think a lot of other understandings are. It all makes sense. It makes sense. I've done all sorts of things like yoga, Buddhism, chanting to try and kind of, love myself. It was all of these practices are pointing you towards loving yourself. But, it just didn't come with this understanding that Holality has kind of provided me with. And Holality has explained, directed us towards our heart center. Yeah, it's just explained it in a way that has obviously helped me because of the way I'm feeling now. And I still have my low ebbs, and I still have my moments, but rather than kind of jumping on those feelings, which I had no idea how to control before, I just feel so much more grounded in how to respond, and when to respond, so I can come in and kind of change course. I have self-worth now. We were nurtured by you and Jules, and there's not been any frustration or what you're doing is wrong, you're doing it wrong. There was never any negative judgment. And I've received a lot of that in the past. It's like, you're not getting it, you're not seeing it. That never happened with Holality. And, I was waiting for it to happen. I was waiting for it to happen, and it never did. And so I think the fact that I think nurturing, being nurtured by other people, and being really shown that, it is about nurturing, and there is no, kind of judgment, kind of has allowed me to see that it is actually possible to not judge myself, and it is okay not to judge myself. And actually growth and change doesn't come from, being aggressive to hurry up and change and grow. So now, because I have seen through Holality what nurturing is really about, and it works, well, why would I choose the self-sabotage and the bullying? Through the time, like through the training of Holality, that understanding the way we work, the way humans work, the way we're part of nature, has, shown me that I'm no different to everyone else. So I don't need to compare myself like I did to everyone else, like I'm no less, I'm no better. We're all connected, but Holality has helped me, come away from that. And, and I think it's through nurturing, understanding, unconditional love, self-compassion. And, you and Jules have shown how, that compassion, and I don't think I've ever seen it like that before. Really, I've never experienced it like that before. It's been ongoing. The fact that, you and Jules, like, you're so, you're so heartfelt with it all, aren't you? And you're so involved, and, you're genuine, and you've been where we've been. So, you've never come from a place of like, you're up there and we're down there. Oh, we need to help you. Because you get it, and we can see that. The fact that I feel this way, and I used to feel the way I've expressed just now. That is a massive difference. And I have so much more hope about where I'm going with my life, with my relationship with my son, which is so important to me. But I was so afraid of not being able to actually parent him without, traumatizing him the way I was traumatized. I was so afraid that I wasn't going to do it the way I wanted. That this course has made me see that I can do it. And so if there's anything that that anyone is struggling with in that, and they feel stuck, and nothing else has worked, and they have this opportunity to do wholeality, and it doesn't even have to mean that they're going to end up being a coach, because just by doing the program, it has showed me that I do have self-worth and I can love myself, and it showed me that I am as good as anyone else, and anything that I really want to do, I can do it. And it's through wholeality that's got me here. Well, you'd be crazy not to do it. And it's worth the money. It is worth the money, because I've received so much from this course, and it's helped me so much. And all my relationships have improved. My careers have improved, because if I can be helped, my God, I want to help others. If you've got a few courses lined up, and you're not sure which one to do, definitely wholeality is the one.